God is not immortal, He is eternal. Immortality is a Hellenistic philosophical idea about life being given as a gift from someone with a divine nature to another. If we apply immortality to God, then where and from whom did He receive His immortality? Is there anyone who is above God? Of course, this is utter nonsense, because God's eternal existence is not dependent on anyone else. I'll put it another way and hope you get my point. God doesn't just live because He is immortal, He is life itself. Life depends on God's essence, existence. God's essence is the eternity to which life belongs. That is why our faith must be connected to life itself. Most of the Church Fathers taught us that our souls should not strive for immortal life, but for God's essence expressed in eternity, where life has found its peace and rest. Eternity is that holy place where God's presence is made manifest in the Trinitarian communion of love. It is from this communion of love that eternity emerges, consuming all time and timelessness, and transforming life into a holy flow of joy that flows in the hearts of all who are invited to be present. Immortality is a pagan concept of life that leads to a higher form of idolatry by which man becomes his own measure of good and evil. Genesis 3 verse 5, in their life. This is why fallen human nature always acts in stereotypes of achievement, power, domination, influences of political, religious, and social ideologies, corruption, criminality, greed, and whatnot to gain a name that is above God's name, Genesis 11 verse 4, and which seems to them to lead to immortality. Jesus did not come to preach immortality nor to dispense life abundantly, a very wrong interpretation of John 10 verse 10. Jesus is not an ambulant merchant of life. He came to reveal life and life abundantly, a life that comes from that eternal bond of love between Him and the Father. Not only that, He invited the world through love to enter that same fellowship, by which the world would know, as He says, that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. John 14 verse 20. Thus flows the life of the Spirit within us, bringing us into the fellowship of the loving Trinity, from whom is our eternity,